Hello and welcome to Teen Mom Trash Talk. This is episode 267. I am your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle W. Herzog.
Hello.
Hello. I've just been noticing how poor my camera quality is and how crispy yours is.
Really?
Yeah, I have to use my new camera, but I haven't set it up yet.
Oh, I can't wait. That's going to be fun.
We're going to be building a studio too.
I know. With the neon sign.
Oh my God. There's going to be so many things going on.
Guys, there's a lot popping off. So like keep up with us.
Yeah, keep up with us. We're here to talk about the new chapter, Teen Mom, season 1, episode 3. Noelle, double yellow?
Oh.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. This camera stand, I'm sorry, mic stand.
Yeah, change your life.
Life-changing.
You feel like you're on a radio show now?
Hands up, baby, hands up. I'm on a radio show. I am on Howard Stern.
You are Howard Stern.
I am the shock jock.
I'm the Robin to your Howard.
Nuh-uh.
I'll never forget an old co-host said to me, Tracey, I'm like Howard and you're like Robin. And I said, not only am I not Robin, you are not Howard.
No, hell no.
He didn't talk to me for like 6 months. But you know what? That's what happens.
Okay.
Noelle.
Yeah, tell me.
New chapter, season 1, episode 3. Listen, things are happening, guys. So make sure you keep listening. We're going to keep watching. It doesn't matter, but you could get even more of us at patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where we have our bonus episodes. BS is our favorite podcast. We also have every single episode of Unexpected Trash Talk up now, and we're covering 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life. So check that out. And if you want more of us, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, totally free, and Catfish Trash Talk. You guys asked for it. We delivered.
Also, guys, I know everybody's like, oh, I can't with this show. This sucks. Watch it just to play with us.
Yeah,
watch
too
it.
bad.
Here's the thing. I have news for you. You don't have to watch it and take notes like we do. Okay.
Yeah.
So just watch along.
Yeah, watch it.
Us.
Watch it while you fold your laundry. Fold your laundry. Your room is disgusting.
You have Amazon returns.
Oh my God. Pack up your returns.
Pack up your returns.
Sorry, I feel like we're projecting.
We're
gonna start off this episode with Kate and Ty.
You know how uncomfortable all of this made me.
I was upset.
Yeah, I don't like this.
This is like a pretty they glazed over it very quickly. This is like a big deal.
Sure, of course.
So Kate has a cyst that needs to be removed. They also don't say like where it is.
I mean, I think it's like urethra because it says something urethra.
What do you mean? Oh, like periurethral.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's Google this.
So I'm assuming,
interesting. That's why she has a catheter. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
sounds like you know how I feel about this. My bladder hurts today already, and I'm scared about it.
Periurethral cyst. Periurethral cystic mass is located near the external urethral meatus. Meatus. The word is meatus. Meatus. That was your nickname in high school.
Meatus.
Likely to represent cysts or abscesses of the Skene's gland. You know what the Skene's gland is, right? The Skene's gland is where squirt comes from. The paired Skene's glands lie laterally to the external urethral meatus, opening their ducts directly into the urethral lumen. Meatus lumen.
So my back hurts so bad today, and I'm already like, I have kidney problems.
Do you have meatus?
So now I'm like, I have meatus and a kidney problem at once.
Oh God, I wonder if Tyler's gonna make some meatus for dinner. Some
taco meatus. Come over for meatus night.
They love taco meatus.
As long as there's extra sour cream, I'm there.
There might be.
There has to.
So she has to be cathetered for 10 days. That's no joke.
I know. That's terrible.
Laughs.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
He laughed.
Yeah.
He went, oh.
Well, because also she's making it like, and I don't like to be this person, but it's like, oh yeah, you're so worried because Ty's gonna do I have to do all the work. Shut up.
She said, I don't like being helpless, and he said, quote, it's not like this is the first time you've been helpless.
I'm sorry, that
Tyler,
made me LOL.
Go eat some
and
taco
she's like,
meatus.
Yeah, but then she's like, why? What else have I been?
Oh no, helpless. It got real serious. Yeah,
and I'm like, I wish that I wasn't here.
I'm glad I'm not there.
Yeah.
So he's not approaching this the right way because he's almost making it like he's annoyed, but he's not.
I didn't get that from him.
Yeah, but he's not approaching it the right way. She needs a little bit more coddling.
Well, the thing
on this
is,
one.
he makes it everything is a joke and not serious.
Right.
Yeah.
So April comes to help with the kids and they're 10 minutes late to the surgery. I'm like,
Of course they are. That I have to tell you that I don't know why out of everything on this entire show that irritated me.
I know, but it's
most.
like,
Grow
there
up.
traffic at 4 a.m.?
You have 3 children. You have to be 10 minutes late to your surgery.
Well,
grow up.
They wheel her out. Tyler picks her up like he's picking up.
He doesn't help her.
But he's picking up like an Uber passenger and he's like, whatever. Do you need a charger?
Right. He doesn't even like help her.
He doesn't even say anything like, I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you. He's like, all right, let's go.
Because Tyler doesn't want to be in this relationship.
Well, I mean, act like you're nicer than that. So no happiness, no nothing. Like, I don't know. So she just like goes upstairs by herself.
Okay. But here's the thing. So you had this catheter and a bag. She walks in with an iced coffee and a Coke.
Yeah,
those were her beverages.
She was gonna dump it right in the catheter.
But that's what I mean. Maybe a little water. Maybe a little fleshy.
Maybe this is
you're
going to
turn this tube into molasses. Like, what are you doing?
It's gonna be. You could get the gun on the end of it, and you could just
just go to the bar.
Do you think that that's what they had the catheter hooked up to, like the
bar tap? Maybe. I couldn't believe it.
I was like,
I mean, I could believe it.
This is so flat.
And she's just like,
have you cleaned this gun out? It tastes weird.
No problem.
Oh God. So
Kate.
So she said that her catheter doesn't work. And for 10 days, she keeps getting it changed. And a week later, it still doesn't work. So she's been peeing her pants for 7 days.
So what is the point of having it then?
Okay. So here's the thing. I would have been like, take it out.
Yeah.
And then I'll just wear the Depends. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I would have figured out something else.
What are they doing wrong?
Okay, so this reminds me of the story just real quick. I'm going to tell you. Yeah, my old landlord, he had like this bleed internally. It was this whole thing. So when he got there to the hospital, they're like, we have to put a catheter on you.
Right.
And he's like, okay. So they do it and it wasn't on right. And he had to pee so bad and he couldn't. It was like blocked off. And he was like having like all this trouble. And finally, he said the nurse like wiggled it. And it was like the floodgates open. He could not stop peeing.
I bet the nurse wiggled it.
He felt like milked.
I heard his other health aide wiggled it a little bit.
She did. She wiggled and folds.
I heard she folded a lot too.
She did fold. She wiggled and folded.
Oh God. She jiggled, wiggled.
Oh, life.
Oh my God, Noelle. I can't take her. So she's not in good shape.
No.
Tyler has to do everything by himself. And I don't think he could even get to the grocery store.
No, definitely not.
But with HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You could skip the trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
That's right.
Do you have a packed schedule for fall, Noelle?
Yeah, it's really filling up.
So HelloFresh has meals covered with a weekly selection of 30 plus recipes and 70 plus convenience items, all delivered to your door.
I want a convenience item.
Well, fall is the perfect time to cozy up with some delicious sweets. Get the whole family involved with HelloFresh's limited edition kid-friendly baking kits. So even Matt could do it with you.
That's fun.
I love using HelloFresh. I love that there's no waste. I love that I don't have to go grocery shopping.
And that literally everything is portioned like exactly. It's perfect.
I don't have waste and it's just amazing. I really like it. Go to HelloFresh.com/trashtalk65 and use code trashtalk65 for 65% off plus free shipping. So that's HelloFresh.com/trashtalk65 and use code trashtalk65. And as always, it's going to be right down there in the show notes. Let's move on to Maci.
Okay.
All right. I'm bored.
Right. So that's why I say like they could have chopped a little more for the show. I don't think that Maci, no offense to her, I just don't think she needs to be on the show anymore.
She doesn't need to be on the show. So Bentley is going to be 13. We've been talking about this for 3 episodes now.
It is crazy though.
Her mom is back.
Okay. Why are they twins?
Her mother looks so good.
Her mother looks so good.
She really does. She has not aged one day.
I know. I hope that I age like her mother. Her
She's
mother
probably
looks
bathing
great.
herself in Bud Lights. Maybe it's preserving her.
But then again, she's pickled in Bud Light. But then again, she's like young, I guess.
No, she
right?
is
'Cause
young, but she
Macy's
looks
pretty
really.
young.
She's very cute though.
She looks great.
So they're gonna have a bowling party for Bentley's birthday party.
Right.
And it's been a year since the shooting. So she
Right.
doesn't like loud sounds, but she especially doesn't like loud sounds or bowling the year after the shooting because of the anniversary of the shooting.
Yeah. She has PTSD, she says.
Right. But especially because it's a year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So bowling is super scary to her. And there's a lot of birthday sounds that she's scared of. So it's like balloons, bowling balls, bears, Battlestar Galactica, beats.
I wonder if she's
That's an office joke. Sorry.
bowling for soup.
Maybe she's bowling for soup. She's probably
Maybe. I'd
bowling
bowl
for beer.
soup.
She's bowling for
definitely
Bud
bowling for
Light.
beer. I'd bowl for like potato leek soup.
Yum.
Yum.
So I love so they're at the party now, right?
Right.
The banging.
The banging didn't bother her.
No. The banging that they're putting into
Oh, I know.
they must
I
have
know.
mic'd every single bowling ball.
Also, it's like she's like, why are there balloons here? Get rid of the balloons.
Because it's a birthday, because it's
and
his
it's
birthday.
like it's your child's birthday party.
Why are there
That's
balloons?
why. That's why
You're not at
there's
the
balloons.
DMV.
She can't believe
Why are there balloons?
she couldn't believe there was balloons.
Oh my God. Okay, so Bentley's mullet, very long.
Too much.
I like how Raj is Macy's friend sometimes and Taylor's friend sometimes.
And Taylor's friend sometimes. Yeah.
I like that.
Mhm.
So they had bowling alley pizza, which I got to tell you, I don't even like that, but like I'm gluten-free and I wanted to eat it.
Bowling alley pizza is not.
There's something.
It's not pizza
be
of the
said for it.
gods, but there's something to
Right.
be said for it. Mhm.
Cookie cake. You love a cookie cake.
Okay, but why is it this small ass cake for all of
For
these
all
people?
these people.
I would eat that whole cake myself, hands down.
Well, that's a different story.
You went to Mrs. Fields and you were like, "Can I have one cookie cake?"
Right,
for
and they're like, "How
30
many
people?"
how many people?" You're like 75, and they're
Right.
like, "Yeah, one cookie cake is fine." I
Yeah.
will tell you this.
Yeah,
I recently ordered a cake for an event. Right, there were
the
going to be
biggest cake I've ever seen.
Okay, there were going to be 65 people. Now, where I ended up ordering the cake from was a different bakery than I originally had called. I had originally called Whole Foods because this was a berry chantilly
Right.
cake. So I said it was going to be 65 people,
Mhm.
and they said, "Well, it comes in an 8-inch or a 10-inch, so you're probably going to need the 10-inch." I'm sorry.
Okay, 10-inch for
6'5".
65 people.
I'm like, "What's everyone going to get a lick?"
Yeah,
And the
that's
guy
so
was
crazy.
like, "No, I think the 10-inch would be fine. Goodbye."
How many inches was this cake that you got? That was the biggest cake I've ever seen in
Honestly,
my life.
maybe 400 inches.
That's like a wedding size cake.
Yeah, it was a
But
wedding
it
size
was
cake.
one giant.
Well, because they
cake.
asked me if I wanted tiers and it was more money to get tiers. And I was like, no, I don't want tiers because it's just going to get cut and eaten. It's not like we're having an event like where you sing to a cake.
Yeah, no, you sing to a cake. I love.
You don't
singing
sing
to
for
cake.
Labor Day.
I won't sing for
The
Labor
Labor
Day.
Day songs. Labor Day, oh, Labor Day.
Oh, do you know that I actually thought you knew a Labor Day song and that you were going to sing it?
It's about Jesus. Speaking of Jesus,
I
let's
wouldn't
talk
put it
about
past you.
Jade. So she's playing with these rubber bands. And Jade is like, I am 4 months old, right?
She's cute too. She's like a
Okay.
mini Maci.
She's 4 months old.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, Jade, give your mom some therapy.
Right.
She's like, Mommy,
Uh-huh.
why don't you like loud sounds like when a balloon pops? And Macy's like, remember guns with all the murder? Remember when Mommy almost got murdered at the gas station? It could happen to you too, Jade. Bang, bang.
Oh,
Why are we doing this to a child?
Jade sounds like Christian from Young and Pregnant. Very similar voices.
Why are we doing this? Why
No,
are we
I know.
doing
Why are we
this?
doing it? Because Macy needs more filler time.
Okay, maybe don't use your kids as filler like that.
Yeah, maybe it's just like you don't have to
What
be on
next?
the
She's
show
gonna be
anymore.
like, "Hey, Jade, do you know what polycystic ovarian
I was
syndrome
just
is?
gonna say she's gonna be like,
Jade,
Jade,
one
I have
day-
PCOS.
Your ovaries might not function either. Are you
Oh,
ready for that, Jade? Are you ready for fatigue and cramping? You're never gonna be able to have a baby, Jade. Jade, you're never gonna have a baby.
No babies for Jade.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, stop.
Yeah.
So now she's like, when I got my award, I was scared. She's like, well, did doing it make you feel better? Maybe I should be around balloons. So now they have a balloon popping party.
Give me a break. Okay, but Maverick takes a stick and starts like beating the balloon. That was great.
Yeah.
I like
He's like,
it.
I wish this was an animal.
Right. I wish this was my mom. No, it was great.
God, Noelle.
No, this was good. I like him. I like watching.
I wish this
him.
was that guy Ryan.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Ambi
Poo. So she
Poo.
calls to have Gary testify on her behalf in James's custody case.
So you think you should have your first baby daddy that has full custody of your shared child?
So
and he should
like,
advocate for you.
So he's like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to choose what you say. Like they're gonna examine you.
Right. And they're gonna ask you like about Amber and your relationship with her and how she was with Leah.
Right. So he said that he's like, I'll testify for you. Sure. I'm gonna tell the truth though. It's
right.
like
I can't lie.
Right. Why would I'd be like, oh, never mind.
No, that was crazy. She was like, no, I know. I totally understand. And
right.
Like,
I'd be like, I think I want my mom to actually testify because no one's going to know what she says.
No, she's got so many olives.
She's going to be like, and they're like, did you just say that Amber's an abusive mom? And they're like, anyway, strike the record. We don't know what she said.
Yes.
So Gary got a new baby poo puppy.
How cute was this little baby?
So cute, little baby.
And I'm not even one for like poos.
I know, but that's like a little baby. Also,
oh my God.
Why didn't they tell us about it?
Right. Why didn't you say the dog's name?
Why didn't you tell us what?
And he's like,
how
oh,
old
do you want to go play? And puts it down.
So cute. All right. So now Christina and Gary are talking about Amber and James.
Right.
And Gary's saying that Andrew not only wants full custody, he wants money from Amber.
He wants full custody. He wants money. He wants to move back to California.
I don't know.
He's such a scumbag.
He is.
You know what? Amber sucks. He is an opportunist.
Yeah, of course he was.
Saw a broken person.
Yeah, but he didn't know.
Please. He knew exactly what he was doing. He's like, I could get money from her. You know, I can get a kid from her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
she's terrible, but he's terrible too.
Of course. So Gary is upset because he wants Leah to have James because Leah loves James. Of
course.
So then Amber goes to her friend Dietra's house that says nothing.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? At first, like it pops up on the screen, Lotion, L''Ocean, and that's who was singing the song. And I was like, who's Lotion?
It's Lotion.
It was
Dietra Lotion.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Right, nothing happened in the scene at all.
So she's like, I'm nervous about court. And Dietra goes, uh-huh.
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 That's it.
Uh-huh. 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 Mm-hmm. Where do you think they hired her from?
Not central casting? Maybe like, do you think central casting, or you think from like a place that Amber goes to a lot?
Maybe East Coast casting.
Maybe East Coast casting. Maybe I don't know, Dunkin' Donuts, somewhere that like how many places can Amber possibly go?
She probably just goes to Dunkin'.
Yeah. So
she walks into Gary's house and she goes, I look like shiznit.
I actually thought she looked good too.
I know, but what year is this?
Yeah. Have you seen her? She still scrunches her hair.
I know. So Gary made meatloaf and broccoli and macaroni and cheese.
I'm coming over for dinner. That's like the best thing I could eat.
Gary and Christina.
I want to go. Dinner. He has his very own Cracker Barrel.
I told you.
Yeah, I want to go.
She went to Golden Corral for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
They have so much fun there. They're so nice.
And she's like, they're such like a nice blended family. And it's like, I hate when she was an ass and she talked all that about Christina, because it's like, Christina's still letting you in her house and you're just handing out napkins to everybody. And Christina's getting everybody water. So isn't this what you want?
I want this.
I want this. I want to go to Cracker Barrel night at Gary's.
I want to go to Gel. So Amber's like, Celia, I could finally sit next to Leah. And then it's like, without James. And then it's like,
James is always all over me. Okay. I want to bring something up to you that Gary said. Gary said, that's why we have you come over every time we had him. So we could all have time together.
Yes.
So does Gary have custody of James?
Okay. He knows that she can't do it by herself.
Yeah. No, she can't. She can't.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's like.
But it's almost like, and I don't like to say this because I actually don't like Amber, but I think what happened was the best for James.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
I don't like Andrew. Sorry, I meant I don't really care for
probably.
Andrew.
But I got to tell you, I actually did feel pretty bad for her this episode.
Me too. I do too. I do, because I think that this is the first time ever Amber's trying.
Yes. So now her eyes, they're open or closed when she's talking to Gary. Okay, good.
Closed.
So she said that if she loses James, she can't imagine how it will affect her mental health. Okay. I can imagine.
I've seen it happen before.
Guys, follow Amber on Instagram and watch her lives, and you will know how it affects her.
You'll know.
Or it doesn't affect her because she's always been like this.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. When they showed like flashbacks of like her and Gary, I hated seeing that.
Oh, no, I know.
I really didn't like watching that.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Cheyenne.
Okay.
All right. So Corey gets Ryder, and basically she has no car seat. She has no car seat and basically no seatbelt.
Why is she the most beautiful child that ever existed?
Cute. I can't take it.
I look at her and I'm like, everything is perfect on her. Her hair is always perfect. Her clothes are always perfect. She's never screaming, crying, acting crazy. She just like talks like Holly. Just like, hi, how are you? I love you. I see that. It's acid time, baby.
All right. So they talk about the shootings.
Right.
But they're like, maybe you shouldn't put her in therapy because she might forget about it because she's so little. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, maybe, but like try. I don't know.
It's like almost like forget that happened.
Right. It's almost like, does she even really know what happened?
Right.
Does she even think about it anymore?
Right. So she talks to Maci about it.
Right.
And Maci said that she went to a trauma therapist and it really helped her. But I got to tell you, I really liked what Maci said.
About what? Like, what did she say that you liked?
She said, quote, the main part of the story is the ending. So it's like, instead of focusing on the what ifs, focus on like, and I'm okay.
I do think that Maci is the perfect person for her to speak to about this.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
So court was postponed again. So they're going to go to a break room. And so they all turn into mechanics real quick.
I know. I feel like this looks so fun to do.
It looks like a lot of labor.
No, it's too noisy for you.
It's definitely too noisy for me.
It's
not too noisy for Maci, but for me, yes.
Yeah, I could do it.
So her sister comes, and to get over the fear of having the car windows break with bullets, they break a car window.
Okay, so I've never seen in a break room that you destroy a car before.
Yeah, like anything that they have. They probably gave them like the best of the best.
Yeah.
But like, so like, what are we going to shoot up the car now?
But that's what I mean. Like, is it weirdly ironic? Yeah.
So now Cheyenne was saying how she's afraid of bringing Ryder to school. She's afraid of going to the mall. And then she started crying, talking about how when it happened, how Ace was crying, but Ryder wasn't saying anything. And she was afraid that she got shot.
I can't imagine.
I was very upset by this.
I can't even imagine that feeling. I hope that I never feel anything close to that, which I'm sure I won't, but that is the worst. I feel
I got
so
upset.
bad for her because I think that she's struggling so bad and everyone in her life is kind of like trying to make it like it's not a big deal almost.
Yes.
But it's like she can't go anywhere without crying.
Yeah.
There's a big problem here.
I couldn't imagine how she feels.
No way.
So now let's move on to Brianna.
Okay.
So her dad left when she was 16, and I gotta tell you, she was doing the self-tape like in the beginning in the car. She looked so good.
I know. And it's like, why?
Whatever you did there, do that more.
Do that forever. You look better there than you did at your party.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she said that she's gonna go to New York to quote check on dad.
I guess like show up at his house.
Okay. So she talks to Roxy about this, and Roxy's like, oh, by the way, I sent him a letter telling him to apologize to you.
She is explosive, Roxanne.
Oh, yes. Roxanne. And they're like, excuse me, why would you have done that and not told us?
Yeah.
And she's like, because I wanted to, and it's none of your business, blah, blah, blah. She gets really mad at them. And they're like, yeah,
defensive.
They're like, hey, can you stop lying to us? And she's like, I didn't lie. They're like, you literally lied. They're like, when did you send it? She's like 3-4 weeks ago. Okay, great.
Okay.
So now she's crying. They're all crying. And she said that she doesn't owe them an explanation, and she walks away. And then Brittany says, quote, I love mom, but I don't like mom.
I felt so bad for Brittany because like,
me too.
Hasn't Roxanne like kind of put Brittany through the ringer? Like she believed that someone was her dad that wasn't her dad. And then by the time she found out who her dad was, he was dead already. Yes. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
So now Brianna, they don't want to go to New York City anymore. They don't want to go see him.
Sure.
And Brianna wants to write him a letter.
Okay.
She loves oversized t-shirts and tiny bike shorts.
She does. I like the look though.
Oh boy. So they canceled the trip.
They canceled the trip, right?
Okay. So Brittany tells Roxanne, listen, we decided you're my only mom. Like, this is, you're all we want. You're my only parent. And she says, quote, you're annoying as fuck, but you're a real one, which was pretty funny.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, also I called him.
And then Brittany's like, what else don't we know?
Right. And she's like, oh, also he's here. Open the door.
That's the thing. And then it's like,
he's been living with us for 17 years.
But why is she so angry at like Brittany and Brianna? Is it because she doesn't understand why they want involvement with him? Like, what is it?
Well, because
so
then she tries to victimize
about?
herself because he wasn't good to her. And she's upset that they even want to have anything to do with a bad person.
Right.
And I understand her side of it. I do understand her side
but
of
I
it.
feel like the way she goes about it
would
course. Totally push me away.
That's what they're saying. That's literally what they're saying.
And I feel bad because I think that there are so many people with like absentee parents that actually want nothing to do with them. And this guy doesn't realize, like, you have these girls that still want to be in your life and they're grown women. They don't need you. You have grandchildren. What are you doing?
Yeah. He must be a real scummy poo.
He's a POS.
He's a real Lewis.
Yeah, he's a real Lulu.
He's a real DJ trucker welder cop.
We haven't heard that in a while. I like that.
TBT. Also, Devoyne ? Lewis ?
So Devoyne, from what I saw, I read like some tea and it said that MTV ghosted Devoyne because Brianna said like, I won't do the show if he's on.
Right.
So
they're stupid.
He's ghosted. And it's like, poor guy. Why do they ghost people?
That's what they do. It's
sucks.
easier for them. Yeah. They're avoidant.
They're men. They're men.
They're men. It's all Larry. Men. It's just Larry.
It's just Larry. Thanks, Larry.
Thanks, Larry. You ruined everything. But you know what? If you guys want to talk about this podcast or just the show, go over to Teen Mom Trash Talk on Facebook. The password to get in is besties, BESTIES. Answer all of the questions. You could follow us at Teen Mom Podcast on Twitter, Teen Mom Trash Talk on Instagram. And you could follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You could follow me at Trixie2ZD on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming stand-up comedy tour dates and everything podcast related, including, but not limited to, the Patreon. Catfish Trash Talk, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, Unexpected Trash Talk, 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life Trash Talk. Go check it out.
Guys, check it out. What are you doing?
Do it.
Do it.
Bye.
Bye.